Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the channel. This is my review for the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the second Disney Plus series from Marvel Studios after WandaVision. Although technically, if it wasn't for that stupid pandemic, this would have been the first, because the original plan was that Black Widow was supposed to come out in May of last year, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to come out in August. At least I think that's what happened, but regardless, it's the second because things change around. This is going to be a non-spoiler review for the first episode. I'm going to be doing a spoiler review on my Patreon page if you pledge $3 and above, but I'll just give you the basics on what I thought of this episode. Like with WandaVision, it focuses on the aftermath of the blip when everyone came back thanks to Professor Hulk. And in this show, we're following Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, and James Buchanan Barnes, or Bucky, the Winter Soldier. And the impressions I got from watching the trailers was that this was going to be a very comedic buddy comedy action show, sort of in the vein of Rush Hour or Hobbs and Shaw. But what we got from this first episode is actually not that at all. Again, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but the first episode was really not what I was expecting out of this show. It's surprisingly deeper than I thought it was going to be, because you have Bucky Barnes going through therapy. He's trying to cope with his life as the Winter Soldier and the fact that he's trying to get back to normal, but he still needs therapy. He befriends somebody whose relative he had a history with as the Winter Soldier. I won't say much else. And when it comes to Sam Wilson, he's having difficulties with the fact that he now has this task of being the new Captain America since Steve left him the shield. And they don't really flat out say, but it is hinted that Steve is officially dead. So I don't know if that's beneficial or not, or the super soldier serum is that good that he's still alive somewhere. But regardless, it is much more surprisingly complex than I thought it was going to be, based on those trailers. I assume we're going to get the Hobbs and Shaw Rush Hour buddy action formula later down the line, but with this first episode, it really took me back, and I was surprised by it. That's not to say you don't get any action from this episode, because one of the first scenes of the movie is an amazing action scene involving Sam Wilson, and like, my jaw was dropped the entire time. I know it's TV. It probably would have had a much bigger impact on me if I'd seen it in a theater, but this action scene really does match up with some of the best action scenes in the theatrical films, more specifically with Winter Soldier. And this show itself feels like a perfect continuation to the Captain America trilogy. Right down to the action, right down to the fact you have Henry Jackman doing the score. It's fantastic. But there's only really one major action scene in this episode. There is another that sets up the rest of the series, but everything else is just more down to earth. We get to see Sam's family, most notably his sister and his nephews. We get to really know more about Bucky. And the episode ends with a cliffhanger that made me look at one of the main characters in this show and go, why did you do that? Because this is going to come back and bite you in the ass now. I won't say what it is, but apparently people are starting to make memes of that cliffhanger. So if you've seen the memes, you know what I'm talking about. Again, I didn't want to go into full depth with spoilers because that's what my Patreon exclusive review will be. But this was a great opening. I honestly, between the premieres of WandaVision and this, I'd take this. Because WandaVision had a very strong premiere, but it was very much a sitcom, and it really didn't deliver a whole lot of intrigue with the plot, and it was just more comfort food. The series eventually got more complex with later episodes, but with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it doesn't really bullshit around, and that's because there are only 6 episodes in this series, so they kind of have to speed things up, and it worked for me more. So because it's only one episode, I'm going to say it's worth seeing in your lifetime. I don't tend to give my highest or lowest rankings for individual TV episodes because I have to really put into context the rest of the series, especially with this being the pilot. But that being said, there wasn't anything in this episode that I disliked. It's really, really good, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. And there you go, that's my review for episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Once this series ends, I will do a full series review, but now I want to know what you guys think about this episode. If you've seen it, what did you think? Compared to the premiere of WandaVision, which was your favorite? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one. Hello everyone, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my review for episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on social media, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go check out my Twitch channel and support me on Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.